Hey everybody, JC here. Tuesday evening, August 30th. Another special tropical update video. The tropics are absolutely on fire, so let's dive right in. Now this map right now, this animation, is showing wave direction. And this hotspot right here is Hurricane Gaston. It's a Category 2 hurricane right now. But I just want to show you that its wave outreach is spanning from Nova Scotia to Florida. So it's pushing water all the way to almost the entire East Coast. And that's the reason why there are dangerous rip currents along the coast. And there's that other system right here, Tropical Depression 8, and that's just being dwarfed by the wave impacts from Gaston. So the rough surf this week and for the next couple days is all from Gaston. So that said, let's go to the eye wall and we'll walk through each threat here. Again, this is Gaston. Gaston's moving east-northeast, away from Bermuda, away from the East Coast. And other than those increased surf and dangerous rip currents along the coast, it really has no other impact on us at all. Next is Tropical Depression 8, which is that system right off the Outer Banks. Now that has been providing some onshore flow and some rain for Outer Banks today, but nothing crazy. It has not been upgraded to a tropical storm, a named system. It's still a tropical depression. So it's going to steam out of here, and it might increase on its way out to a named system, but by that point, it'll be long gone. Now we have Tropical Depression 9, which was the most talked about weak storm I've ever seen when it was Invest 99L, and finally they upgraded it to Tropical Depression 9. It's very close to being named now, but regardless, it's going to increase intensity and make landfall somewhere near the Big Bend here in Florida, possibly a little further west towards Panama City. I don't think it's going to go as far west as Pensacola, but between Panama City and the Big Bend is the most likely solution. And these are the global models, the tropical spaghetti. This is the GEFS, which is a GFS ensemble members with a little more of a northerly route here before making its turn up this way. Now, originally, this system was supposed to cross northern Florida or the southeast U.S. and steam right out to sea, well to our southeast, maybe even southeast of the Outer Banks. That was when the system was modeled to intensify sooner. What's happened is the system has delayed its intensification and remained weak. And that has allowed it to drift further west over here before making the turn. And that means now that we're looking at a track right up the East Coast. So after this landfall here at the Big Bend, Panama City area, it could impact Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina at the very least through the first half of Labor Day weekend. The second half of Labor Day weekend, we could see a slight turn to the west here, which would bring fringe impacts to New Jersey. Onshore flow, coastal flooding, dangerous surf, possibly some outer bands of rain and clouds, and maybe a little bit of breeze. I'm not suggesting there's going to be a landfall, which would be a lot more destructive. But even if the storm follows this black path here, which is the mean of all guidance here, even if it follows that path, you're still going to get some outer fringe impact for New Jersey for that second half of Labor Day weekend. So this does have big impacts for anyone traveling to that area for the holiday weekend. So in order to explain this track here, I need to show you some 500 millibar guidance. Now this was the GFS from today that really made me question the track of this storm for two reasons. One, the storm is slower. Two, that allows the steering mechanism to move away and have a new steering mechanism move into place. And this is what I mean. So here, 500 millibar heights. Look at this trough that develops right here. Now, for us in New Jersey, a cold front's going to push through from the northwest, and that's going to take everybody down in temperature and in humidity. So Thursday through Saturday looks amazing for New Jersey. We're talking highs possibly just under 80, lows down into the 50s. Open up your windows. It's going to be great. This trough has an upper level low at its heart, and this is all spinning cyclonically. This ridge right here has a high at its heart, and it's spinning anticyclonically. So it's bending the jet stream around like this, flowing just like that. And that jet stream is what was supposed to pick this storm up and launch it that way. However, because the storm was slower, it allows this trough to swing through and kind of get out of the way. And now you have this high pressure ridge sitting to its north. And again, this is anticyclonic. All the air around it is moving clockwise. Enough steering currents to take this system closer to the coast. Again, not a landfall, but close enough to possibly disrupt the second half of Labor Day weekend. That's at 500. At the surface, we can trace it. Here's the system. Makes landfall, northern Florida. Impacts Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Moves off. And now, this is where it becomes influenced by that high right here. You can see the high at the surface. Remember, that's spinning this way. So it retrogrades this system into the coast a little bit. Not a total landfall, just enough to bring fringe impacts to the Jersey Shore. The Canadian agreed with this today. The UK agreed with this. Ensemble members agreed with this. And even the Euro took steps towards a solution. So this is something that we have to watch. So what does that mean for Labor Day in English? For New Jersey, the Friday and Saturday look amazing. Sunday and Monday could potentially see outer fringe impact from this system in the form of clouds, some sprinkles, increased surf. It could put a cramp on coastal conditions in that second half of the holiday weekend. Now, we won't know for sure what this is going to do until the system makes landfall here in the northwest coast of Florida and gets to about here. I want to say we'll be there Thursday, and I'll put out another video Thursday where we can analyze if this thing's going to shoot out with the trough or be slower and kind of move in behind the trough with the assistance of that high. That's what I'll be watching for. Nothing to panic about. Just, it's always good to have a hurricane safety plan in place, even when there's not the threat of hurricane impact. So you might want to go ahead and just put that together. You can find that with a simple Google search. I'm sure the National Hurricane Center has some good guidance on that. So you might want to just do that and have that in the back of your mind just in case it does come a little closer. But if it just misses like this, it might be a surfer's paradise. It might be too rough to even surf type of thing. And obviously, if it comes closer, then we'd be talking evacuations, which would be just horribly messy. I'm not rooting for that by any means. I'm simply pointing out what I'm seeing here, and I'm now concerned about fringe impacts for the Jersey Shore Sunday into Monday. So let's see how this looks on Thursday evening when I make another video. Otherwise, everyone please be safe and stay calm.